The police are able to use the press to make the white public think that 90% or 99% of the Negroes in the Negro community are criminals. And once the white public is convinced that most of the Negro community is a criminal element, then this automatically paves the way for the police to move into the Negro community, exercising Gestapo tactics, stopping any black man who is on the sidewalk, whether he is guilty or whether he is innocent, whether he is well dressed or whether he is poorly dressed, whether he is educated or whether he is dumb, whether he's a Christian or whether he's a Muslim. As long as he is black and a member of the Negro community, the white public thinks that the white policeman is justified in going in there and trampling on that man's civil rights and on that man's human rights. Once the police have convinced the white public that the so-called Negro community is a criminal element, they can go in and question, brutalize, murder unarmed, innocent Negroes, and the white public is gullible enough to back them up.
And what you and I have to let the man know is we are peaceful people. We are loving people. We love everybody who loves us. But we don't love anybody who doesn't love us.
White man pays Reverend Martin Luther King, subsidizes Reverend Martin Luther King, so that Reverend Martin Luther King can continue to teach the Negroes to be defenseless. That's what you mean by nonviolence. Be defenseless. Be defenseless in the face of one of the most cruel beasts that has ever taken the people into captivity. That's just the American white man.
What do you think about the other black athletes like them who in their time have had influence or would have been in a position to have influenced people, their own people and this sort of thing, about their attitude, which is certainly slightly more moderate rather than yours?
Right now, black people, when you show this show, are home jumping, home shouting, because they don't have the nerve to say what I'm saying, and nobody has never said it, and they're just so happy to see a black man who will stand up and jeopardize every quart he's got to tell the truth. But when one man of popularity can let the world know the problem, he might lose a few dollars himself telling the truth, might lose his life, but he's helping millions.
I'm going to continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed.
It's time to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what are we doing to create change?
Man, I'm sick of these woke athletes and these spineless cowards like LeBron James.
What a crowd! What a crowd!
To the entryway, and that is the gate that we are told that was vandalized, if you will. It was spray painted with the N-word.
LeBron James made a complete, utter fool of himself.
Political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
Not been a great year for NBA owners in general. We saw Donald Sterling forced out of the league, extremely racist comments. Now the Atlanta Hawks owner is selling his team. He wrote in an email basically, this team has too many black fans, which is very disturbing. And the Hawks GM, Danny Ferry, was reported with his own racist comments.
He's got some African in him, if that makes sense. Like, he has a storefront out front that's beautiful and great, but he may be selling some counterfeit stuff behind you.
Danny was a GM when I was there in Cleveland, and I never got that sense about him, but that doesn't mean, what he said about Luol Deng was right. It's absolutely wrong. It was very insensitive, and there's no room for that in our sport. I mean, we all know that, obviously. There's not no room for that in our league, or any league, or not even a league. It's not room for that in society. Well, for me, if I feel passionate about it, and I feel like something needs to be said, or something needs to be done, I voice my opinion. And I don't speak without knowledge. I educate myself first before I dive into a situation.
What do you think about where we are right now?
Well, I definitely voiced my opinion on the Trayvon Martin piece, and and I related to the Ferguson incident. I mean, having two boys of my own, if just one day, my kids left home to go anywhere, you expect your kids to return. You expect your kids to return home unless they're off to college. I couldn't imagine them not returning home because of someone else's I don't know, just not thinking or cowardly act or whatever the case may be. You know, but we know racism is still alive, and you know, the only thing that I can do as a role model, I feel like I'm a leader in society, is to just to teach my kids and teach the people that follow me what the right way is.
It's Black History Month, what it means for you and just kind of for everybody.
To keep it all real with you, Mike, Black History Month is every month. They just happen to give us the shortest month of the year, but Black History Month is all 12 months for me. You know, we celebrate Black excellence every single day of the year, 365 days, and go around my household and around the people, group of people you know, I'm around. So, you know, I love the fact that we get to celebrate it for a full month, and people, you know, that may not know about it kind of come together and things. But at the end of the day, I celebrate Black excellence every single day. And Black History Month, I would say, is Black History Day. 365 days of the year, 66 on the leap year. So that's just how we rock around here. And you know, but it's cool to get it started now, and we'll just keep it going throughout the rest of the year and January of 22.
Black Lives Matter is a movement. It's not a movement. When you Black, it's not a movement. It's a lifestyle. we sit here and say it's a movement, and okay, how long is this movement gonna last? Don't stop the movement. No, this is a walk of life. When you wake up and you Black, that is what it is. It shouldn't be a movement. It should be a lifestyle. This is who we are, and we understand that, and we know that, you know, for one step that someone else might have to take, or for 1 yard someone else may have to take, that we know we got to take 5 more steps, and we know we got to take 10 more yards to get to the end zone. I mean, we understand that, we know that. So, but also what makes us, it's strong, makes us it's powerful, it makes us so unique and unified, is that we had so much hardships in our life, either from personal experiences or loved ones, or reading history, or seeing videos, Rodney King, you know, or just being a part of just the communities that you're in, where you just racially profiled from the time you come out of the womb. So, you know, it's not a movement.
With the 2020 Muhammad Ali Legacy Award presented by Wheaties.
On behalf of Sports Illustrated and the Ali family, it gives me the greatest pleasure to present you with this year's Sports Illustrated Muhammad Ali Legacy Award. You have played an active role in preserving and extending the Ali legacy.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
50 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves.
I was arrested 40 times, beaten, left bloody. I've seen friends of mine, people that I knew, killed. But through it all, I never became bitter or hostile. And today, all these many years later, I don't have any hate or ill feeling toward any of the people. I still believe in a society where we can live together as brothers and sisters.
Sometimes I hear people saying nothing has changed, but for someone to grow up the way I grew up in the cotton fields of Alabama, to now be serving in the United States Congress, makes me want to tell them, come and walk in my shoes. When you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, say have something. Do something. Get in trouble. Good trouble. Necessary trouble.
He was always different than every member of Congress. Everybody knew what he had done. He was John Lewis.
We're marching today to dramatize to the world that hundreds and thousands of Negro citizens denied the right to vote.
Congressman Lewis gave us the blueprint to organize and to legislate.
The reason why he's effective as a leader is because he's lived it.
Jackie Robinson, though not embraced by all of his teammates, did indeed win them over one by one. Pee Wee Reese, another Southerner, was the first to really embrace him.
Pee Wee, from the outset, felt that if I were the only white guy trying to break into all black league, I'd want somebody to be my friend.
Cincinnati fans expressing their displeasure as the Dodgers take the field. Jack Robinson at first, Brad Eddie Stanky at second, Buddy Jorgensen at third, and the captain, Pee Wee Reese, at short. Fans, ask any man and they'll tell you the Gillette Super Speed Razor is our honey. Maybe the sweetest shaving razor you'll ever use. Look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp.
They can say all they want. We're just here to play ball.
It's just a bunch of crackpots still fighting the Civil War.
Well, hell, we'd have won that son of a gun if the corn stalks would have held out. We just ran out of ammunition.
Better luck next time, Pee Wee.
Ain't gonna be a next time, Jackson. All we got's right here.
I don't think you realize down here in Birmingham what you mean to us up there in New York. And I don't think that white Americans understand what Birmingham means to all of us throughout this country. When we think about the little kids being tossed from one side of the street to the other by the tremendous force of this hose. And we think about, this picture just sickens me, this big brave policeman down here with his knee on the throat of this lady. And the problem of it is, ladies and gentlemen, is that this same picture of the dogs and of this policeman with his knee in the throat of this lady, it's a picture that's being portrayed throughout the world. And I think the conscience of America is beginning to awaken. I think the first steps that were made here by the Birmingham businessmen with Dr. King and the other leaders down here is an indication that perhaps the conscience of Birmingham is beginning to awaken. The only thing that we are demanding is that we be allowed to move ahead just like any other American citizen.